Listen, Tip, you don't need to apologize to me. You should be thanking me. You raised a fine son, a real tough kid. When he was walking around wearing a t-shirt with my mother's photo on it, I didn't see you lift a single finger to stop him. Where were you then?
T.I can rap. Like, he's got some good, but I kind of stopped listening to T.I back with like Rubber Band Man, and I don't know, like after his hat incident, like I would have already packed it up, just left the world when it came to his hat falling off and it exposed the hair that he had.
T.I stared dead into the camera and basically told the whole world that 50 Cent has been ducking that Brazil smoke, no hesitation at all. And just like that, the internet went wild instantly. If you missed the clip, now it makes sense why everyone suddenly turned into an expert overnight, because this moment right here shook everything up in a big way. Here's how it all played out. Tip stepped onto Nightcap and didn't hold back for a second. He came in bold, no filter! But you gotta catch this part first. This didn't come out of nowhere. This isn't some random clash. This is one of those long-standing hip-hop tensions that stays quiet until somebody says one slick line and suddenly it's chaos again. Right now, things are spiraling fast, like no slowing down at all. And it's all heating up because fresh footage just dropped, putting T.I, the self-proclaimed king of the South, right in the spotlight again, and people are talking heavy. Sitting on a major platform and saying 50 Cent's name with full confidence, no hesitation at all. Not behind closed doors, not in quiet whispers on camera, in front of everybody, loud and clear. And the wild part, he stood on every word before breaking it all the way down. You gotta understand this. This tension runs deep. This didn't just start yesterday.
I'm not gonna dedicate 5 hours to write a diss track though. If I had genuine beef with that, which I would or whatever, when I see you, it's just on sight. I'm sure for each of them, it's not hard to meet up and find one another. It'd be like that. I'm not gonna go to my closet and stand out on a pen and pad. I'm not doing it.
Tip has been on this Versus situation for a long time, pressing the issue again and again. But what made this moment hit different? It wasn't just what he said, it was how he said it, where he said it, and who was right there watching it unfold live. So boom, February 6th, 2026, T pulls up to the Nightcap podcast, hosted by Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco Johnson, two former NFL stars who know exactly what pressure and big moments feel like. At first, everything was smooth. Casual talk, legacy, catalogs, who really has the hits? Just regular hip-hop debates. Nothing too crazy. Then Versus gets brought up. For anyone out of the loop, Versus is that hit-for-hit battle series that popped off during the pandemic, where artists go track for track and the fans decide who wins. Simple setup, but things can get real personal real fast. Fast forward, Tip starts breaking down how Versus almost happened for him, laying it out piece by piece. He brings up the Gucci Mane matchup that never went through, then throws Lil Wayne into the mix as another possibility. It all sounded normal at first, nothing too wild. Then suddenly everything shifts. Out of nowhere, he casually drops 50 Cent's name, no warning, no build-up, just straight pressure! Millions of people watching, and Tip doubles down like he's got something to stand on. No hesitation at all. And if you know how he moves, then you already understand this wasn't for attention. No jokes, no grin, just a serious tone that spoke loud without saying too much. He wasn't politely suggesting a battle, he was calling 50 out directly. Shannon Sharpe stayed locked in, watching every second closely, really taking it all in. And you already know Ochocinco had his mind racing, picturing every possible outcome. Because when something like this goes down on a stage that big, it instantly turns into a moment people can't stop talking about. It felt like calling someone out right in front of a huge crowd. No hiding, no dodging, just straight pressure in the open. Everybody sees it, and instantly, everybody has something to say. But Tip didn't stop there, not even close. He started laying out exactly why he's ready for that smoke, breaking it down with confidence. He ran through his catalog, and whether people agree or not, the numbers speak loud. 11 studio albums is no small thing. That's real work put in over time. We're talking trap music, urban legend, king, paper trail projects packed with hits that still hit today. Songs like What You Know, Live Your Life, Whatever You Like, Bring 'Em Out, those weren't just quick drops, they stayed heavy in rotation. That's someone who knows their value and isn't stepping back for anybody. The second that Nightcap clip touched the internet, pure chaos broke loose. People didn't even finish the video before jumping in and picking sides. Atlanta fans stood solid, saying Tip's catalog runs deeper and stays more consistent. Meanwhile, New York fans clapped back fast, saying 50 doesn't even need a full list. Get Rich or Die Trying alone could carry the whole battle, no debate. And just like that, the debate exploded everywhere. The clip went viral fast, pulling in millions of views nonstop, with reposts flooding every platform. People started building full song-for-song matchups, comparing streams, arguing in every comment section you could find. It got loud quick! Nobody was laughing anymore. This turned serious real fast. You couldn't scroll without seeing it. One person said the matchup makes sense, but regional bias would play a huge role. Another came in bold, saying 50's one album could outshine Tip's entire catalog. No hesitation. The opinions were flying in from every direction, left and right, non-stop. But here's where it gets even wilder through all that noise. 50 Cent stayed completely silent. No posts, no jokes, no slick captions, nothing at all. And if you know anything about how 50 moves, that silence hits different. It means something is brewing. Because when he goes quiet, it's usually not random. That's when something is loading up behind the scenes. That's not peace, that's pressure building up heavy. And trust, this something was definitely on the way. But before getting into 50's response, you gotta understand this situation didn't just start recently. This goes back years, way deeper than most people realize. A lot of people saw that clip and thought Tip was just stirring things up out of nowhere, but nah, this has been building for a long time. Tip has been trying to lock in that Versus battle with 50 for almost 6 years, and every single time it falls through. That kind of pattern doesn't happen by accident, and it definitely doesn't get forgotten. So rewind back to summer 2020, everything was shut down, and Versus was running the culture heavy. Everybody was tuned in, and Tip saw the moment and wanted in right away. He even went on Fat Joe's show and made it clear he wanted 50 Cent, bar for bar, hit for hit, no shortcuts. But that was just the start. On July 6th, 202050's birthday, Tip posted a 3-minute video on Instagram. He came in respectful at first, wishing him well, giving credit where it was due, but then the whole energy flipped. That's when things got serious. He wasn't asking nicely anymore. He was basically telling 50 to step up and prove something loud and clear. And then he brought Kanye into it, and that's when the conversation really started heating up even more. That was a heavy shot, no question. Back in 2007, 50 went head-to-head with Kanye in a major sales battle, and Kanye came out on top. That moment stuck with people, and Tip brought it right back up like it just happened yesterday. Then he pushed it even further. He told 50 to bring his whole crew. That's bold energy right there. That's someone saying it doesn't matter who shows up, the result stays the same, no debate. Tip made it clear he truly believed their catalogs were evenly matched, and he was ready to prove it on any stage. So how did 50 respond? Not how people expected at all. Instead of accepting, 50 went online and pulled up an old Crime Stoppers clip from 2004 featuring Tip. It was a public service video encouraging people to report crimes, but 50 flipped it into ammo and turned it into a whole narrative. He used it to bring up a storyline that's followed Tip for years, tied to past legal situations. And just like that, he completely shifted the conversation away from music. But Tip wasn't letting that slide, not even for a second. He fired right back, throwing sharp insults, calling 50 out directly, and taking it as a sign that the challenge was on. He even posted saying he was ready to settle everything once and for all, no more talking. But the battle never actually happened. 50 kept posting, joking, moving like it wasn't serious at all, and eventually the whole situation cooled off. Meanwhile, Tip had other artists stepping up too. Around October 2020, Busta Rhymes challenged him to a Versus, and Tip's response to that had people talking heavy again. Yeah, that moment had people talking too. Tip made it clear he's got respect for Busta, no doubt about it. But he also said that matchup just didn't line up right, because they come from completely different eras. He broke it down with a simple comparison, like putting Brandy against Dionne Warwick. Both legends, both respected, but the timelines don't match, and the energy wouldn't feel the same on that stage. And then almost right after that, the matchup people really wanted showed up. Jeezy stepped in, yeah. That Jeezy, Mr. Trap or Die himself, and called Tip out directly on Instagram, and he wasn't being polite about it either. This was straight pressure. Jeezy basically said, "You've been calling everybody out, now bring that same energy back home and deal with me." Then he dropped the line that locked everything in, and that was it. No more talking. Tip accepted right away, no hesitation at all. That's when things got real. The Versus battle was set for November 19th, 2021, of the biggest nights the series had ever seen. Tip came out swinging with Rubber Band Man and Bring 'Em Out, setting the tone early. Jeezy fired right back with Soul Survivor and Trap or Die, matching the energy step for step, and just like that, the stage was set for a clash people still talk about. The energy was insane. The whole internet tapped in like it was a major event, no exaggeration. This wasn't just a battle. It felt like a full-on celebration of Atlanta, of trap music, and of two artists who really came from nothing and built something huge. But even after that moment, even after holding his ground against Jeezy, Tip still wasn't done calling out 50 Cent. Not even close. Fast forward to September 2021 Atlanta, the premiere of 50's own show, Black Mafia Family. And out of nowhere, Tip jumps on stage uninvited, grabs the mic, and calls 50 out again in front of everybody. He shouted, "50, I'm waiting on you. Give them what the people want to see." Man, the crowd went wild instantly. And 50? He acted like he didn't hear a single word, no reaction, no response, just straight silence. Now look where things stand in 2026. Tip once again looks straight into the camera and says 50 Cent has been avoiding him, saying it with full confidence. But this time, 50 actually responded, just not in the way people expected at all. So here we go, February 2026. Tip hits nightcap and tells the world that 50's been ducking him, putting everything out there loud and clear. You already know what happens next. The internet goes crazy instantly. Artists start reacting, fans lose it, and Versus starts trending worldwide all over again. Moments like that, you can't fake them twice. And that's exactly why this whole situation feels so frustrating to watch. Because everything is lined up perfectly. The history, the tension, the catalogs, the audience, it's all there, ready to explode. This is literally the perfect setup, no missing pieces. And yet, it still hasn't happened. So instead, we're stuck in this loop, Tip applying pressure nonstop, 50 brushing it off with humor, fans debating every second, and the whole culture just waiting for something real to finally go down. But one thing is clear, this story is far from over, not even close. As long as Tip keeps calling him out and 50 keeps responding in his own way, this tension isn't going anywhere. And all it takes is one moment, one decision to turn all of this into something legendary. Or it stays stuck as one of those what-if matchups that never actually happened, and that would be a huge miss. The battle might never happen, but the entertainment? That's not slowing down anytime soon. And let's be real for a second, either one of them could take the win. 50 could edge it, Tip could shut it down, but one thing is already locked in. The fans already won. Because every time they speak, every time a clip drops, every time something gets posted, this whole story just keeps getting bigger and louder. So now it's on you who you got winning this if it actually goes down. Drop your thoughts in the comments, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who's been following this whole situation.